We're going to hope that it works.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're live.
Yes, we are live as I get a notification
We're still playing
on my phone.
League of Legends. Yay.
Still playing League of Legends, but not really. We're playing static image with podcast.
It's not going live for me. Hold on.
Oh, stop your complaining. It is live.
Yep, we're live. Tweets went out.
Make sure to have your
retweets, tweets, and retweets. Why is it not working?
Okay.
Because it doesn't like you, Benny.
That's right.
Wait.
Heard that.
Man,
there we go.
This is pathetic. My computer's at 50% utilization just streaming this.
Ooh, Betty.
Then again, I'm running a really old version of Wirecast. So
I got you.
So that's probably why.
Noob. Alrighty.
So this is the GenGAME.net podcast.
I like the old logo, actually.
I like the new one so much better. It's just like, oh, that's a phone call.
Nice.
The best ringtone ever.
You know what the sad thing is? I can't stop that from happening either because I'm using this for the podcast music.
Wait, what?
I'm using my iPhone for podcast music.
God damn it. Oh,
okay,
God.
We're going to just send a little text message back here saying, send message. Hey.
Saying, do not reply
recording.
to this. We start the music and you get a reply saying, K.
I'm recording a show. Maybe at 10:30.
You know he's going to reply saying K. Whoever it is.
I'm just going to put my phone into airplane mode with Wi-Fi only.
There you go. That's an idea.
That's thinking with the dipstick.
I hate that commercial. All right.
Okay, and back to YouTube. Yeah, I know I got to disable airplane mode to send messages. Actually, I don't need... Oh, crap. This is going to send messages regardless because it's an iMessage.
Hell.
There's no way around it. It will bewoof regardless. All right, are we ready? Because I think everybody's ready.
I think we're ready, yeah.
Is the chat ready?
I think so.
Let's do this.
I should probably bring up the chat just in a side window.
Probably a decent idea.
Because I know the chat loves me.
It's true.
I'm going to tweet out too.
All right.
That's right, people. No Kevin.
Right. Yeah, no Kevin tonight.
Yeah, no Kevin. No Kevin.
Yeah, no Kevin tonight. Oh, God, I forgot ads suck. I don't even know why I'm previewing that. And why did I put my webcam on? No webcam.
Denise.
Alrighty. I'm not going to touch anything else in this Wirecast window because I'm afraid I'm going to break something. Alright, popping out the chat. There we go. So that way
DC in the middle of it, just keep talking. Alright, closing out of the Twitter. Done with that.
Alrighty, tweet.
Final
What's
mic check.
happening?
Do I sound good?
Yeah.
Alright. Goody. Yay! Okay.
Well, I have to be the one that mic checks you. You can't mic check yourself. So go ahead and mic check.
Mic check, check. Hello, testing.
Okay, and George.
I think I'm good. Is my mic okay? Does it sound all right? Does it
Sounds
sound
all
clear?
right
Is it
to
okay?
me.
Cool,
It's
sweet.
fine. All right. Music, please. I have to make sure that it's loaded up. Oh, God, that was loud. Jesus. I gotta wait for it to buffer. All right, well, I'm going to play a little bit of it. I think you'll all like this theme music. All right, that's enough. That's all you get until the show starts, which is now.
Nice.
And for old time's sake, and we're rolling. And welcome to the GenGAMEcast for Tuesday, February 28th, 2012. I'm Trevor Mignani, and joining me today on the podcast is...
Benny Gerard.
And George Picard.
You're trying to carry a tune there, Benny, but nice try.
I tried.
But this is the show where we kick around some gaming news, some opinion. We get off topic a lot, but who really cares? We're not keeping score here. So let's go ahead and jump into it with what are you playing? George, what have you been doing this past few weeks?
I've been playing League. No, I was playing League up until...
Up until today, right?
Up until today, when I picked up SSX. And so far, I'm loving it, but I think we're going to get into that a little bit more of that soon.
That's actually right after this segment, so
Yeah.
we'll hold that thought.
All right.
Benny, what have you been slaving away at this past
What have I been
few
doing?
weeks?
I've been actually getting back into regular Minecraft. I haven't been streaming it, but I've been playing some good old-fashioned vanilla,
Vanilla
which is kind of weird because I normally don't do that.
Yeah,
And then
I've
that's
stopped
what-
playing vanilla Minecraft. I don't play it anymore. I have to be in creative mode, or have like the ability to spawn blocks.
But yeah, it's nice to break away from the Hyrocraft stuff and get into that just to take a break. And as well as I've been streaming some Super Mario World 2 lately. And to
Nice.
keep with the snowboardy thing, I picked up a copy of SSX Tricky, and I want to start streaming that soon.
Oh,
Nice.
Yeah, old school.
old school.
Nice.
And myself, I've been playing a little bit of Tricky. I finished up Sonic Generations finally, and I was really excited to finish that game because it's been sitting on the shelf. Kevin came over, he's like, "Dude, you haven't finished that yet?" I'm like, "No." And it kind of got me saying, "You know what? I'm going to finish this." And then my computer decided to blow up. I was going to do it over live stream. It was like 4 a.m. and nothing wanted to work. The motherboard was like, "No, you're not going to have your capture cards work." And I had to give up, and I left like about 50 people disappointed. And I made it up to them though, because the next night I came back and I pulled it together somehow and streamed the end of it. I raged very hard towards the end, but I'm not going to spoil it. I'm going to let your disappointment build up until you actually play it yourself at how bad the final boss is.
Sounds really depressing.
Yep, just let it build up.
It makes me not
because
wanna play it
the
more.
rest of the game is so good, and then the end is just like it just goes downhill from like the last segment of the game, which is actually pretty disappointing. The strongest part of the game is like right in the second area when you do City Escape, and then that's it. It just goes downhill from there.
I think I'm going to pass. But
All right, so let's go ahead and jump into our first sort of discussion type thing, which is SSX. George, first impressions, go.
coolest game I've played in a while. Really, really, really big surprise, and really happy that EA came out with a game that's actually really nice.
This game doesn't suck. Unlike Sonic Generations, it does not like lead you on to it being a good game and then introduce a really crappy cutscene. It starts off with some pretty good gameplay, and it continues with solid progression and lots and lots and lots of unlockables.
It starts off with a storyline almost, kind of.
Yeah.
It's bizarre.
Yeah, for an SSX game, it's just like, yeah, by the way, see this guy? He's a douchebag. You should get your people together and just go and take care of him.
Yeah, they really, really did a good job. It's actually also really challenging.
Yeah, I did the first 2 Deadly Descents already.
Mm-hmm.
And the first one actually took me a lot to... Actually, no, I did 3.
Okay.
The first one gave me a lot of trouble with the trees.
Really?
That one took me a few tries. The other ones, I was able to do first try.
The first one I did first try. I haven't tried the ice one yet.
The ice one's pretty challenging, but I somehow managed to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how, but I did it.
Nice. Well, that's pretty cool.
The wingsuit one was fun. That one, I will do that one over and over again, and I just think that's the coolest. Like, I think the wingsuit was probably the coolest thing they added to this game so far. I don't know what else they might have added, but first impression, the wingsuit is pretty badass.
One thing I had to say about the wingsuit, and I was talking to you about it earlier, is that for all of the ridiculous physics involved in an SSX game, the wingsuit is actually spot on. Which is actually frustrating, to be honest. It's like, oh, you're falling.
It's not instantaneous. You actually have to think cognitively. Okay, I need to use my wingsuit here. Deploy it. It takes a few seconds to come up, and then to catch
actually
the
take
wind.
effect. Yeah, it's incredible. It's like, wait, you're falling at 100 miles an hour.
Yeah, I got the little thing that's saying, oh, you just hit 244 kilometers per hour.
Yeah,
and I'm thinking to myself, like, wouldn't your skin just not exist at that speed?
It's okay. Everything else is just imaginary, but when it comes to that damn wingsuit, you have to be really precise. Which is cool. It's cool.
Yeah, I gotta say, this is probably the coolest sports game I've played in a while. And I mean, the coolest sports racing action game. I mean, I played through Need for Speed, and the box says like it's built off of Autolog, like the whole RiderNet thing, and I can see exactly where they're coming from. It's like they took Autolog and SSX, and they took Autolog and Tricky, and they had this awesome baby together.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, you want to nurture it.
That's true. That's a good way to put it. But and if you didn't know what SSX stood for, by the way, you learn quickly.
Yes.
In this game.
Snowboard Cross.
What?
Right?
No.
Yeah, that's not what the acronym is?
No, it's not. Nope. See, you'll have to play.
George, for those of you those at
originally.
home, go ahead and say what it actually stands for.
It is snowboarding. It is surfing, and it is Moto X.
Snowboard, surfing, and motocross.
There you go. SSX. There it is.
That is what it stands for, folks.
In case you didn't know before. See, everyone learned something today. You've been playing that game Tricky for so long, and you didn't even know what it stood for.
Yep.
There you go.
The more you know.
Yeah.
We need the rainbow now. Too bad we don't have graphics tonight.
This
We do
public
not.
service announcement brought to you by George.
Sauce, mate.
But yeah, we should touch on that. There's no video podcast this week. It's just audio. So if you're looking for the video version of this podcast, you're going to have to look really hard because it doesn't exist.
Or you're gonna have to videotape all of us, which is kind of uncomfortable, but that's okay. I mean, you could, I guess.
Yeah, it would be pretty difficult, and I really didn't want to have everybody shoot their own video and then mix it later. No, we're not doing that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now, imagine they did an SSX game where it was surfing, but you only surfed like typhoons and
Oh God.
hurricanes,
Oh
or a
God.
motocross game where you went down mountains.
Yeah, no. No, thank you.
Dude, that would still be pretty crazy. Imagine an SSX-styled game, but with motocross.
I'll stick with the snowboarding. All right.
I'm telling you, George, think about it.
Well,
Think about it.
for those of you, I'll think about it. Okay, I'll think about it.
Thank you, George, for playing.
But for those of you listening now, tune in next week. We might have a podcast. We might not. I don't know. But we should have a review up hopefully by then.
Yeah. Well, we've got like 4 people that bought the game, so if we can't collaborate or review together,
Yeah, something's wrong.
yeah, there's something wrong and somebody's going to get fired.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll have a review up soon. Don't
Yeah.
worry.
So
Check it out.
The
If you're-
full review with the multiplayer and the RiderNet and the this, the that, the other thing, and the super secret thing that we didn't really know about yet will happen next week.
And
And
if
we'll
you
be
want
back
to-
here on the podcast talking about it again.
And if you want to maybe try out the game, you don't know if you want it yet, Redbox is having free rentals all week for video games. Check that out.
Really?
Yep. So
How
go to
does
your
that
nearest
work?
Redbox. Don't know. All I know is that it's
free video game rentals.
Free video game rentals for the week.
Is there
I don't know if it's
a
like a 1-day
stipulation?
thing for the week. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if you could rent it for the entire week or if it's just 24 hours once this week. But I know it's something free, something at Redbox, has to do with video games. Let's check that out. Little tidbit there for you. Anyways, off of the SSX topic.
Yes, let's move away from SSX before I
For a
stop
little
and
bit.
derail this entire podcast.
And
Go
just
upstairs
play
and play
it. Yeah.
SSX.
That's what I was thinking.
So, Benny, we got some Minecraft stuff on the docket today. Actually,
Naturally.
yeah. Has there been a week where we
Alrighty,
haven't had Minecraft stuff?
We have to have Minecraft every week.
It's got to be
Something
there.
about
It's like something we've been known for.
Yeah, you can say that.
We tend to do Minecraft things if people didn't notice. Alrighty, for anybody who knows a little bit about Minecraft servers and how they operate, will be familiar with Bucket. And they've recently come to the conclusion, the conclusion of one journey and start of another, and as they have officially joined Mojang. As Bucket and Mojang are no longer separate entities, they now work together. And Bucket has announced they are now working on the modding API, which means more and more people will now be able to modify their Minecraft than ever before.
Well, you know what they say: the more, the merrier.
Yeah, pretty much. They didn't exactly announce that their team was expanding. It's more their team was joining up with Mojang. So there's like more of a sharing of resources rather than just expanding their group of people. But it's still a good thing because now with the sharing of resources, they're no longer hindered by other things, such as maybe like long distance and such like that, as they now have access to things they didn't have to before. An unobfuscated code for the Minecraft. They have the source code available to them, as well as other.
The full source code before it even hits everybody else's computers.
But before they even release snapshots, exactly. And they'll be on top of things like ever before, which means you don't have to wait 3 weeks for an updated server client, which a lot of people have been complaining about. I got a twisted tongue tonight.
Nice.
But yeah,
But the story behind Bucket is very interesting. It started up as this just a few developers, or how many exactly were there that started up Bucket? It was very few of them,
2 or 3, and they still don't have that many people working on it. I guess this is a team of about a dozen people right now, but I mean, it's not a lot not a lot hold to the story, but there's a lot going on for the future. There's a lot people are really going to be looking forward to because this is something that needed to happen, which is something he talks about in this little post that he put up earlier. Was it yesterday or today? Today, early this morning.
There you go.
So yeah, and if people are wondering the implications this has to Hyrocraft, naturally I have to bring this up. If I can easily learn how their API works for modding, I'm probably going to start doing my own mod for the Hyrocraft project.
Cool.
So, good news on that front.
Yeah.
Good news all around.
It's good to hear that a very good community developer was brought in underneath Mojang, and now it's legitimate. It's the real deal. I mean, even though most servers are running Bucket, it's good to see that Mojang saw this and they decided, okay, these are people we need to have on board because they're such a vital part of what we do.
Mm-hmm. And that's pretty much it.
All right.
That is Bucket.
That is Bucket for you. Bucket joins Mojang. That is the story.
It might seem
more
boring to
11.
some people, but other people, it's a really big deal.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, for people like me, I don't know. Not on the whole Minecraft bandwagon still, to this day.
George, you'll eventually get on it. You'll realize that what you're missing is the state of nature in a video game.
Would you like to...
What he's missing is PvP.
Would you like to... Yes. Would you like to bring you guys into the bandwagon that I ride on?
Sure, let's jump on George's bandwagon.
Let's jump into a nice transition.
It's called Poke News.
Oh, great.
And anyway, and this week in Poke News, we have 2 stories. As you know, or don't really care about at all, Poke Park 2 came out today. Woo!
In other news, nobody cares.
Yeah, no one really
To be honest,
cares.
I didn't realize there was a Poke Park 1.
Oh, God. Okay, well, anyways, for those of you that don't know, Poke Park 2 is
Wonders
a 3D
Beyond.
Wonders Beyond is a 3D adventure game
I really wish we
where
had video this week.
where you have it's pretty cheesy. You get your pokies and you go through the world, and basically the entire game's about friending other Pokemon and like doing mini games and quick little stuff like that. Apparently it gets really, really boring. I have not played it yet, but apparently it gets really boring quickly.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, and
That's not
and
how you sell a game, George.
I'm not trying to sell the game, unfortunately. You can only play as 4 Pokemon as well, which is kind of unfortunate.
Oh,
You can friend others, but you can only play as 4.
That
Which
makes
makes
no
sense.
sense.
Well, the only sense you'd make out of it is it's like Monkey Ball. Like, oh, you want to play a mini game? Like each of you can pick one of them. So you can pick Pikachu, Snivy, Tepig, and Oshawott. So there you're
But what if I want to play as Charmander?
So that's too bad. You play mini games like things where you shoot ingredients onto a cake and stuff like that. The cake's a lie, and
Of course, naturally.
cake is a lie. Yes, it's pretty insane if you ask me. But you asked for
I know.
you asked for a Lynn reference. It had to happen.
I thought it was coming later. So.
Nope, had to throw it in now. But yeah, it's basically, if you're a really big Pokemon fan, you'll get it. If not, you're gonna pass on it, and you're just gonna like look at it and say, "Oh, well, it looks really good," but it gets really repetitive, and there aren't a lot of mini games. Anyways, for
So
the
it's
more
unlike Mario Party, then.
unlike, no, it's very similar to Mario Party.
But the new Mario Party's got like 90 mini games in it.
Yeah, and apparently it has a built-in drinking game, but we'll talk about that at a different time. Yeah, I'll tell
That's
you about
next
it later.
week.
Uh,
Next week we play the Mario drinking game.
Yes. Oh my God, on stream.
Oh man, that's worse than playing the Siglemic drinking game.
No.
Oh
Yeah.
no!
It can't be more fun than playing the Oscars drinking game.
Oh God. Anyways,
The Academy Awards.
The other more interesting part of the Poke news of the day is the news about Pokemon Black and White 2.
And this actually has my interest peaked a little bit. I'm not too much on the Pokemon bandwagon, but this actually got my interest peaked.
This is at least different, and it's something that's very, very different for the franchise itself. They're not going towards the whole third game route, where you'd have the combination of the first 2 games that were made. Because usually, like as we've seen, it's
Red, blue, yellow.
red and blue. Right, red and blue come out. You can get certain Pokemon in each game, but they're the same game. The color of the water is different. And then they come out with yellow. You start with Pikachu. You can get all the Pokemon you can in red and blue. And then it goes on in silver and gold. And it goes through, you have platinum, you have emerald. Right. So you're thinking, oh, okay, Black and White came out. This is really easy. The third game's going to be gray. Then they throw you a curveball and say, no, you're wrong.
LOLJK.
LOL,
Black
JK
2 and White
walls.
2.
Black and White 2. And not only will they be different games, they're going to apparently be sequels. The weird part about this is that you can't have a sequel to the same game twice. That's like saying like, oh well, Fire Red was a sequel to Red, and it isn't, obviously. So I don't know if it's going to be 2 different sequels, like 2 like directions that veer off entirely, or if it's just going to be like a second version of the game that comes out that is a sequel to the first version of the game, but each game still has separate Pokemon.
I just think it's going to make Nintendo a lot of money.
Oh yeah, well that's for sure. Exactly. Here's the key part about it. It's a 3DS title.
Are they really?
It's a 3DS title. Yes.
I did not even see that.
Here.
I need to look at that.
Apparently, what?
It's a DS title. It's playable on the 3DS.
Nothing's been confirmed. You just know. Oh, the DS title will be playable on the 3DS. Okay.
Okay, so it is a DS title.
Yeah, that's kind of
weak. Which is actually very interesting because like Nintendo's cut every other franchise off on the DS.
Right. Yeah, they're pushing.
Except for their biggest cash cow in the history of Nintendo.
I guess this is why. But you figure, like, even with the first one, when Black and White came out, I was like, wow, I really wish they waited and put it on the 3DS. They'd sell so many more. And they're going to do it again?
Yeah, I feel like that's a missed opportunity to push the 3DS. But then again, they're probably seeing it as, well, this is an opportunity to make $40 or $35 on every DS owner as well. So those that don't want to make it, Nintendo's making more money off of the software sale than they are on the 3DS.
Than they would on the hardware sale they probably crunched the numbers and said, well, we can sell all these games and everyone will get them anyways, or we can sell these games for only the 3DS and only a quarter of the people will buy a 3DS to get it, and it just doesn't add up.
Yeah, but
So
I mean that's a game though that can drive adoption. I mean,
I think so.
Going back, I mean, you look at the Xbox. People bought the Xbox for Halo. It was a
Right.
killer app. Pokemon is a killer app.
Exactly.
Pokemon is Master Chief. They need to take that and use it as a selling point. And no, Pokemon Rumble Blast was a fail.
Oh God, no! That game was awful.
That's not a core Pokemon experience.
Right, that's not even a real game. Yeah.
Like they need to bring that core experience to the next level, to the 3DS, and give it some sort of feature. Give it Street Pass and Spot Pass capability.
I don't understand.
Like that
what?
right there is the feature that is absolutely killer for Pokemon and missed opportunity.
I don't understand it. It doesn't make any sense to me. And
No,
another
another
thing,
game franchise hub comes to mind when he starts saying, making the transition from DS to 3DS. Something kind of similar happened with the launch of the Wii, and I hate to bring up Zelda, but they kind of did the same thing. Except it is two different versions of the game. They could have probably done the same thing with this.
but see, the Wii was going to sell regardless because the Wii was its own new thing that people wanted apparently, and I guess the 3DS wasn't. I don't know.
Oh, well, I'm writing an editorial on the Wii, and the reason why the Wii succeeded was it had a lot of family-friendly titles. It had a low price point, and it was familiar. People were able to instantly pick up and feel with it. They were just like, "Oh, this is how we do it."
And with this, some
With the
people,
3DS,
you can
people
live
are
without
very
it.
apprehensive about the 3DS.
Yeah, you can certainly live without it. Well, I can't because I love it. But if oh, another little side note before we move to the next topic, it has a release window, and that is this fall. So they're really pushing it quickly.
Well, it's probably been in development.
It's in development since Pokemon White and Black came out. Yeah, obviously. They didn't just pick up yesterday and say, "Hey, you know what? We're gonna make a second one of these."
I don't think it takes much time to develop a Pokemon game. I
Yeah, it
think
probably
it
doesn't.
takes more time to write the script.
Right, exactly.
Because
Yeah.
the whole battle engine's already done. It's just a matter of
been done
let's
for
just put
15
some
years
new
now.
text in there and wrap it up.
Exactly.
I'm gonna say
They have added different things between games, and I mean,
Oh,
as
well, don't get me wrong.
hardcore of a player as you are, you should be backing that and saying, "Oh, the games do change slightly."
They do, yes. But no, I'm really, really interested to see how this changes.
Yeah.
How 2 changes. But yeah, that's all for my Poke rant for the
All right.
the one thing I'm excited about seeing from this game is Aaron doing another Nuzlocke run of this.
Dude, I will Nuzlocke as well if you want.
I
Nuzlocke
will not
competition,
because
George
I
v.
will
Aaron?
not be.
That'd be pretty intense. And Kevin involves, that'd be awesome.
Oh man.
Oh yes.
Jeez, that's gonna get
All
crazy.
all the Pokemon.
Somebody make the call because it is on, folks.
Dropping the glove, it's on.
Get the referees involved because it is indeed on. All right, let's move on to some GDC news. GDC right around the corner. Who's excited? Who's excited? Yeah, that's
Big
what I
topic
thought.
next week.
Epic is going to be privately showcasing Unreal Engine 4 at GDC. As we all know, the Unreal Engine 3 is probably one of the most used engines out there for developers, as very, very, very attractive license agreements for developers. But Unreal Engine 4 looks to take it to the next level. So we will be on the edge of our seats waiting to hear what is going to happen with Unreal Engine 4 and what will be happening with developers that choose to pick it up. But the tech demos are going to be pretty cool. That's what I'm looking forward to most.
Assuming anybody gets to see any of the tech demos anytime soon.
I think we'll see tech demos around maybe... I think we will see a couple tech demos at a GDC that make it out of the closed doors. Because not every small developer can go to GDC.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to want to start driving interest. So I think videos and samples and all the fun stuff will leak its way out, either controlled or
information
uncontrolled.
via 4chan. It makes its way.
We'll have our reliable source, aka 4chan, help us out.
If we had video, we would see Trevor's giant air quotes right now.
I did them.
Nice.
Which we all know it would just be one of the people who work at
It's
who
gonna be
work
somebody that
for,
works
Epic.
at Epic. It's just like you know what, guys, is this okay if I? Yeah, just go to Kinko's and use their internet connection so we don't have a backtrace.
And it's
Oh,
like no,
okay.
nobody will believe it's real anyway.
Believe it or not, that's actually what some Hollywood studios did to kind of do viral marketing. They would actually take clips of movies and stuff, go like to other locations, internet cafes and stuff, do YouTube uploads from there, so that way they couldn't track the uploads back to the studios.
It's pretty smart.
Pretty stupid
very
because those clips would get taken down by the same company issuing a copyright takedown notice.
Fail.
Yep. Alrighty. I think that's enough, though, for Unreal Engine. But if you are a Call of Duty Elite player and you are playing on PlayStation 3, first of all, why are you playing on PlayStation 3? Second of all, you can finally get your first Call of Duty Elite content. Your first content drop arrives today.
Yay! I don't
So-
own Call of Duty for PS3.
I actually had Black Ops for PS3 because that's where the competitive circuit was.
Mhm.
And the competitive circuits, we've kind of dropped our coverage.
Mhm.
So I have not had the need to get it for the PlayStation 3. I don't know if they're going to be doing it on the PlayStation 3. But Activision's official Call of Duty Elite stuff is going through Xbox 360. So like if you've seen their Friday Night Fights stuff, which I have to tune into because they do a really good job presenting it. But it's not like professional maps and game types. It's all the public game types. So you're going to see tubes and
Boo.
all that other fun stuff. But it's
Damn.
professional players. So it'll be
So
cool
they
to
won't be
watch.
using dem boob tubes. Yeah.
So you'll be seeing some pretty good gameplay. But it's going to be a lot of fun to watch that. But it's good for PlayStation 3 owners who shelled out the money for Elite. Have any of you guys seen the marketing materials for Elite?
No.
They're just like, they're in your face.
What do you mean?
They insult people that don't buy Elite. They're like, oh, you can buy Elite, you could pay $15 4 times for all the maps, or you could pay $50 and get them all when they become available.
Right, yes.
All the guys like shooting a freaking M4 with one hand. I gotta say, their commercials are hilarious, but they're sometimes a little over the top.
Yeah.
Like their tagline is "Kick more ass."
Whatevs works.
I think they're swimming in enough money where they don't really need to care anymore,
Nope, they don't at all.
and they can actually put that tagline on a huge banner that drops behind them.
It's fine. What are you gonna do? Sue us? Cool.
Yeah, we got the money. We'll pay your lawyers off.
Yeah.
All right. Let's move into some more money flowing out of companies' pockets into the hands of some really well-deserved folks. You know the game Pong?
I've heard of it.
It was this really classic game made by a company called Atari. That's the company.
Was it them? Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the one with the guy throwing the barrels around?
No.
Yeah. I think that. No, wait. No. It's
No.
not.
I think this is
No,
the
it's the one
one.
with the 2 sticks and the
No,
ball.
this is the one with the dedicated console and the paddles and the gun attachment. Oh no, I think I got that wrong too. But anyway, Atari is offering up the Pong Indie Developer Challenge, which has a $100,000 in prize money up to grabs, with two lesser prizes for runner-ups for indie developers to essentially develop a game. And what's cool about it is the winner ends up getting a publishing contract as well as the money, and gets their games published under the Atari brand, which is pretty damn cool.
That was really cool. I feel like that in itself would be enough for some of these developers to give it a shot. Without the $100,000.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's really cool. It's for the
The only
We'll end up
downside,
having
the only
to get, like,
downside to the competition though is, and this is like the one downside, is if you enter the competition and you submit any code,
they
it
own it.
belongs to Atari.
Obviously, there you go.
So-
Oh, you didn't win. That's a shame.
That's a shame. Thanks for the next big game.
Right? They published.
Thanks for
some-
Modern Warfare 7.
They just publish some garbage game. They give you a contract. It's like, here you go, make whatever you want. Oh, it sucks. That's too bad. Take all the nice ones.
Yeah.
That's
So,
okay.
and also too, the winners are all going to receive royalties for the first 12 months the game is on sale.
That's awesome.
And only 12 months.
Yeah, that's I think they need to kind of own up and pull it together, but it's a good concept. I like the concept.
It's definitely
They
cool.
they need to really clean that up though, or otherwise nobody's going to be submitting their games.
Well, I think that they're going to be pleasantly surprised when they find that people are going to be making quality games, not like,
Pong in 3D.
I like it. I like it.
3D Pong that actually needs a 3D television to play.
Oh my god. Yes.
That's such a mind blow right there. It's just
4K Pong.
oh man, that does make my brain hurt. Let's go ahead and move on because I do not want to think about 3D Pong.
No? All
Is
right.
it George story we're going
Yeah.
to?
We're
Yeah,
gonna go
then
to the
we'll
George
think about
story.
we'll think about college football then.
I'll let my mind get back to where it's supposed to be while you talk about football.
All right, we'll talk about college football. Why not? For those of you that like college football and know the Heisman winner of last year, Baylor, Robert Griffin III, he will be on the cover of NCAA Football 2013.
Good for him.
Yeah, he deserved it, He got what he wanted. He was Heisman winner, and now he's on the cover.
Wasn't he on Letterman?
He was on everything, RG3. Yeah, he's actually a really, really well-spoken kid.
Yeah, and I think he was doing a top 10 list, and like I think number one was like I'll never have to be ID'd at a bar, and he makes the pose.
That's awesome. I actually did not see that, but that is a really cool.
That's the top 10. You gotta check that one out.
I will.
That
So,
was pretty
anyways, this year for the NCAA cover, we're gonna have something different. We're gonna have RG3, just in the pocket, standing there, but someone in the background, and the person in the background will be a former Heisman Trophy winner. We don't know who it is yet because there's a public vote on Facebook for it. But some of the notable candidates are Doug Flutie, Eddie George, and Barry Sanders. So that's pretty cool. I don't know how he takes that yet. I don't think they've interviewed him yet. The people at at EA haven't interviewed him yet about it. But it's got to be pretty cool if he's on the cover with like Barry Sanders or someone or Doug. I mean Doug Flutie maybe he doesn't even like, but Barry Sanders would be pretty cool for him. But yeah, that's just a little rant. It's a little different. And I just thought it was pretty cool, so I figured I'd share it with you guys.
Nice. Speaking of things that sell an exorbitant amount of money, well, I don't know how well NCAA sells compared to Madden, but it's probably
Pretty
not
well.
not as crazy, but
No,
still pretty good.
yeah,
Sony's PlayStation Vita has hit 1.2 million units sold worldwide, and the software has broken the 2 million mark. So we're gonna wait for the week to wrap up though on Vita sales before making a call whether or not the Vita or the 3DS had a better launch. So I think though when it comes to games though, I think the Vita had a few more games that were better.
yeah.
They launched with Uncharted, like their flagship franchise. That alone sold units.
And note, guys, this is really, really crucial coming from Trevor because he claims that the 3DS had a really strong launch, which it didn't, with the titles that they offered. So.
Well, yeah, but it recovered very well in the fourth quarter, which is crucial.
Well, yeah, but we expected that with the games that
Yeah.
were released.
And the price drop.
Yeah, that helped.
Well, I think the one thing that's holding Sony back now with the Vita is the price, is the cost of entry. But
Yeah, I do like their commercials, though. I must say,
have you guys gotten your hands on with a Vita yet?
I have not actually. No.
Oh, I
Have
actually
you?
I got my demonstration unit in finally.
Nice.
No, I'm just kidding. Sony doesn't send me crap.
Aw, poop.
They used to
Well,
send me stuff when I was
yeah.
in their like whatever their program was. They had like a game testing program,
Mhm.
and they used to send me free games all the time
Mhm.
until they closed that because it was just a huge money sink and nobody was submitting feedback.
Really? Well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah,
I would have submitted feedback.
I actually did. I submitted a lot of bug reports on demos and betas. Like I think I got to try out Pursuit Force before it came out, and that was actually a lot of fun. I liked that, but the gameplay was too buggy. It was very inconsistent. But back to PlayStation Vita, I got to hold one and play around with it. It's
Oh my god, really?
yeah, really. I don't like the thumbsticks at all. The thumbsticks I think suck.
Thumbsticks on the Vita suck compared to
They're
the
their
thumbs-
actual sticks or not
Yeah,
sliders?
they're actual sticks. and I don't think they have enough travel to actually be useful. Like if you pick up like a PlayStation 3 controller or an Xbox controller, you notice how much travel the sticks have.
Well, I mean, at least they're sticks, to be fair. And they're not sliders. It's kind of annoying.
Yeah, you know what? I've gotten used to the sliders, and I'm okay with them now.
Yeah, I guess so.
I guess with anything, it takes time to get used to, but I don't like the way the sticks are because your fingers can slip off them very easily.
Really?
I do got to say though, the FIFA Soccer, I got to play that.
Yeah.
Oh, that is so cool.
Yeah.
It is excellent use of the rear touch for shooting.
Mhm.
Because literally the back is like the goal, and you literally just touch where you want to shoot, and the longer you hold it, the more power you have on the shot, and then you can really do some really cool shots, and you can kind of do some. You can just flick across it too if you want to kind of switch it up.
So PS3 in your hands?
It's the screen is beautiful. The graphics are sharp as all hell. And the only downside I see with it is like I gotta have something to plug this into a TV with. Like that screen is just for the quality of the games, the screen's too small, and that's a good thing.
Well,
like the games are just they look beautiful.
Well, I mean that's what they're going for, so they did it.
They did it. They renewed my gadget lust.
Really?
Unfortunately, it's still $250.
Right.
And I just bought a new motherboard and processor, so that's not happening anytime soon.
Whose fault was that? No. Yeah.
Actually, I blame whoever broke the other motherboard.
Well, nobody broke it. I just wanted to upgrade to get a faster chip so I could do more encoding.
Yeah.
I was talking about the one you actually got and then couldn't use.
Oh, that one's getting RMA'd, so I will have $200 in my Amazon account.
That's good.
Maybe I could throw that towards the PlayStation Vita. No, just kidding.
Or-
That's going towards games.
Right? I was like, is he serious?
You got all those sweet Wii titles they're looking forward to, huh?
Yeah, well, there's Mario Party 9. I almost said 7. Jeez, there's too many of those.
Pokey Park 2.
Actually, no. Take that back. Save that $200 and put it as a down payment on your Wii U. That's going to be costing like.
Yeah,
Ooh.
that's true. I should be putting a down payment on that. It's gonna be like putting a down payment on a car. So, yeah, I'll take that 2012 Wii U. What color? Can I get it in white? Sorry, it's only available in black right now, sir.
If they launch that in
Did
black,
you want to
I
get
think more
Did you want
people
to
would
get
actually-
the extended warranty on that? I think I should. It's a first generation. I don't know what kind of problems there's gonna be. All right, sir, just sign on the dotted line and she's yours. And that's how I'm gonna buy the Wii U.
And you'll be making payments on it for the
And I'll
next.
be making payments on my Wii U for 36 months.
I'll probably have it on layaway for this holiday.
Alrighty. So, in other things that may or may not happen, Doom 4. Let's just get some Twitch reactions here. George,
No.
Benny,
Maybe.
no. All right, Benny, since you're the only person who said maybe, you have to defend it. Why?
It's Bethesda. Well, why not?
It's Bethesda, the company that puts everything in perpetual beta. Actually, no, that's Blizzard. Bethesda's the
I was
game.
gonna say.
Bethesda's the company that releases things that, even though they are still in beta. I'm looking straight at you. Fallout 3, New Vegas,
and
Elder Scrolls.
Skyrim had problems and it's launched too.
Elder Scrolls 4, Elder Scrolls 5, and anything else that comes out of that studio. It's just going to be beta. And they're going to just try to patch it afterwards.
Or beta for the next 3 years. Yeah.
Ugh. I've had it with Bethesda. They can't deliver.
You know, did you hear about Skyrim?
No.
Never mind. Don't worry about it. Continue.
Yeah, I heard there's these guards that just they keep saying the same line over and over again. Yeah, we're not going there though.
No, please don't. I'm also gonna say do with Doom 4. I would almost say they want to announce something at E3, but I don't think that's gonna happen. Because the fact that they're just saying it isn't canceled, the fact that if that's their only statement, they don't have anything to show anybody.
Yeah, they say they're gonna show everybody something when it's ready, and this is Bethesda saying, "Okay, let's get to work on Doom 4." All right, guys, ready, set, go.
They got a team that probably just got started on that. Because
Hang on, you got something that compiles? Okay, let's release it.
Their main team's probably still working on the next Fallout game whenever that comes out.
You know what?
There's a few good games looking to come out soon.
They need to just get a new engine because I think everybody's tired of the Fallout engine.
Fallout 3 is good, and then New Vegas is okay, but they're kind of wearing it out. So
the engine is just it needs a complete overhaul. You can't run the same thing over and over again. It's the same thing that's happening to Infinity Ward with Modern Warfare. How many times are you going to ride the same pony and do the same trick before people realize the game you're playing is the same game?
It's a cut and paste, yeah.
Well, I can almost make the same argument about Halo, is that all they do is tweak the engine, not really remake it.
There's
it's
complete rewrites of the engine.
Yeah.
Like Halo and Halo 2 play completely differently. Halo 2 and Halo 3 play even more differently. Halo 3 and Halo Reach
talking about Halo instead of
completely
what
differently.
we're supposed to talk about. But to me, I don't want to make this argument about Halo, but Halo seems they rewrite an engine to play the same game. It's almost what it seems like.
It's almost as lazy as saying, "Oh, we're gonna take the same engine and just throw a couple more perks in."
Yeah, I think when we say rewrite, it almost means like kind of redesign the main mechanics of the game. But at the same time, if we could do that, we would see a much more improvements to the Legend of Zelda franchise. Again, talking about Nintendo when we shouldn't be.
Jeez, you know, Benny, I blame you on that one.
Yeah, that was all you. You wanted to.
No, that was me. I wanted to.
I'm gonna throw a flag on this one. That's gonna be unnecessary involvement on Benny. It's gonna be a 4-minute foul. You're not allowed to talk for 4 minutes. All right, so George, let's go ahead and not listen to Benny, and move on to the PSN Gamers Choice Awards.
Sweet. If you've never heard of the PSN Gamers Choice Awards, now you have. The
If you're
PSN Gamers Choice Awards 2012. The voting was opened yesterday. You can only vote if you have a PS3, which makes sense. And basically what you vote on is your favorite PSN exclusive, best PSN game, best PSN playable online game, best PS3 full game, best PSN move game, 3D game, P-Zone Classic mini game, PSP, and the Community Award for best indie game. Here's the deal. The winners of all of these awards for the PlayStation Network are sold for 30% off that week. The following week after the voting's done. The voting is done March 6th. They're sold for 50% off if you're a Plus subscriber. But regardless, it's still a pretty sweet deal, and if you own a PS3, you should definitely try it out. Here's the only problem. Voting started yesterday. You're listening to the voting started today. You're listening to the podcast now. Say you can't get around to it tomorrow. Well, the PSN's down on Thursday again. So you're going to have to wait another day. Yeah, big surprise. PSN's down on Thursday, so you'll have to wait until Friday to vote. But it's still a pretty cool thing if you have a PS3 and you want one of these games, which kind of leads you to believe, like, oh, well, are you voting for it because it was the best? Or are you voting for it because you don't own it and you want it? You know,
it could be both.
Yeah, like if I want Infamous Festival of Blood, I'm going to vote for it, even though I like to say Resident Evil 4 better. Because I already have Resident Evil 4 or something like that.
Right.
Yeah, but yeah. Little fun thing for PS3 owners, make you feel more important.
Just don't try to do this on the 29th.
Yeah. Sorry.
So, apparently, some states want to tax violent video games. And one of those states is Oklahoma. Unfortunately, it's not going to happen because a recent bill that was proposed, which would levy a 1% sales tax on violent video games, was defeated 5-6 in a few days ago in the Oklahoma House Appropriations and Budget Subcommittee, which represented by Representative William Forkiller, which I think is a hilarious.
Oh my good God! His last name is Fork. That's great.
So
wow.
And what they defined as a violent video game, which is something that carried a T rating, an M rating, or an AO rating. Now, I don't know about you, but there's not many AO games sold in retail. Many retailers say, you know what, we're not even going to carry them. Mature games, well, there's some mature games that, yeah, they're violent. Most of them are there because they are violent. T games, however, that's kind of a gray area.
It's like, is The Sims going to hurt you? Do you need a syntax on that?
Is Need for Speed: The Run a violent game?
Yes.
No.
Like, is the goal of the game to hurt people? No.
But yeah, no. There's no reason for there's no reason for any of these games to get a 1% sales tax on top of it for being violent. We already have, like, that would mean like adding a sales tax to, something ridiculous like
soda.
Or be like, okay, well, obesity kills people. It's evil. Right.
They're trying to say
they're just trying to cash in.
They're trying to play the childhood obesity card. They're trying to pull the kids are getting messed up by these games card, and I think it's a whole bunch of BS.
How about we charge? I mean, not like anyone buys CDs anymore, but if you did buy a CD, and if
I buy CDs all the time.
Well, if it had explicit language on it, do we charge you extra for that? Because now you're going to go out into society and curse more. Does that mean? I don't. Where is the line drawn? Where this is just absolutely ridiculous, and it's not for the real intentions. There's no real. I doubt that there's a real meaning behind this. Like, we really, really think that because people are playing these games, they're going to go out and commit violent crimes. And if we put this 1% tax on these games, no one will buy it.
I think people still buy it.
Right.
People still buy them. We're going to complain about it.
I don't think people are going to care.
Right, exactly.
And I think it'll be like, okay, so the guy that passed this bill, I'm not voting for him next time around because he's making my entertainment budget bigger.
Right. Can you think about what 1% is for a second? Think about it. Who cares? What difference does that make anymore? So I didn't buy an amp with the game. I just bought the game. My bad. Like, come on. I think that we're over this by now. We don't need to have ridiculous taxes like this thrown at us.
And then at that point, they're going to be driving revenue away from their state.
Exactly, and good for them. Yeah, you know what?
I mean, at that point, if you could effectively drive, you could effectively drive the sales tax revenue you receive if people buy their games online.
Yep.
And now you're losing.
People are complaining because it's
to
cheaper. And like, oh, hey, let's tax the online sales.
Mm-hmm.
And that's still a ways away from actually coming to fruition. All right, let's go ahead and jump into the rumor mill. George, I think you found something in there today worthwhile.
Yeah, sure. Why not? I'll talk about it. We have a new name for the new Xbox.
Apparently.
Well, a new code name.
A new code name.
Yes.
Does it end in O?
It ends in O.
Oh, no.
What does it start with?
Yeah, Xbox 180.
No.
Yeah.
Starts with a D. It's Durango. And this code name was leaked by a senior tech designer, Sean Tracy, who wrote a tweet saying, "Enjoying the Durango Developers Summit in London. So far, great swag and interesting talks." Well, right after he tweeted that, he deleted it because he found out really quickly that they didn't want anyone to know about that.
Well, you see, Sean Tracy.
When I said Durango, I was talking about the car.
You see, Sean, there's this thing called embargo,
and
you're not supposed to break it. They give you this access, and they say, you know what? We're going to give this to you. Don't talk about it, okay? Oh, God.
Well,
Derp.
Yeah, so, I mean,
This week's Derp of the Week award goes to...
Yeah, right?
I think we should make that a recurring segment.
I think so, too.
The
But,
Derp of the Week.
Okay, let's do that.
Keep in mind that, it's not like it's going to be called the Xbox Durango.
Oh, no, it's a code name, like Wii's Project Cafe.
Yeah, we was called
Which we
Project
still don't
Cafe.
know. Which we still don't know if that was an official code name or not, and Nintendo will never say.
I mean, but it was. But yeah, no, we're still gonna have the Xbox 720. It's still gonna be called that.
I don't even know what it's gonna be called.
Oh, come on,
And it's only a matter of time before all the funny jokes come out about it. I mean, people are still telling this.
I'm just gonna go buy Xbox1080.com just to get myself ahead of the schedule.
I'm still in line to buy Xbox 720.com.
I still think that's a viable choice.
1080.
Yeah, Xbox 1080. That would actually make sense. I still think that would make sense.
For 1080p?
Yeah, I mean, if it's
Then why
like
didn't they
full
just call the
1080p
360 the 1080?
No, because it wasn't. They weren't focusing really on the high def. Well, they're focusing on better graphics when the 360 came out, but not really like it wasn't really played on that many high def TVs at the time.
Mm-hmm. Xbox1080.com is already owned, by the way. Sorry.
Oh, bummer.
Yep, just looked it up. Sorry. If I'd like to
Take
email
Xbox 180. I just coined that today. The new handheld.
Ooh,
That's
I
actually
like
pretty.
it.
You know what? I'm surprised Microsoft hasn't even. They've been pushing Windows Phone, and they haven't been like saying anything about doing a portable. And I think it's smart that they're not doing a portable
Oh,
because
definitely.
the space is way too crowded, and they're just gonna get rolled over.
No, they're definitely going the right way here and not having it.
They're better.
Like-
They're better to focus on their core businesses and stay out of mobile. As much as everybody would love to play Halo on their mobile device, but what they could do is what they could do is they could really just release whatever game they want on Windows Phone, and there you go. Now you're promoting an existing platform.
I must say, the whole Connect thing with the Windows Phone was really cool. When they first introduced it, the game with the kickballs to come at you,
Oh,
you
that'd be
can
great.
use your
The
phone
phone
and
to
flick the
send
balls to people. Yeah, that was really, really, really wild. But I don't think that that's
All
the
right.
future.
I think it is time to wrap up in a few minutes. So let's just get into the last bit here. We've got some new competitive stuff happening on GenGame. We brought in some new folks. We are so excited to have these new folks that are really awesome at shoutcasting League of Legends and StarCraft. So look for that coverage starting on the weekends in the near future. Like it's on GenGame, and we're gonna have a new show for that, and you're gonna love it because it's gonna be produced really well, and it's gonna have great competition, great commentators, and great video quality.
Speaking
So
of new shows,
Benny, go ahead, plug it.
wait, plug? Oh, yeah.
Go ahead.
Coming this Friday, finally, after much promise
Finally.
and delays. we said beginning of February. It's almost beginning of March, but it's coming now. Season 3 of the Great Minecraft Build-Off is happening Friday. Yes, it's here.
It's here. It's now. It's this week.
It's this week. I mean, we're done beating around the bush. We're just going to make it happen. We have a new redesign to the build-off page.
So head on over
GenGame.net/MCB.
There you go. GenGame.net/MCB. Where can they find you online, Benny?
You can find me on Twitter at NightPhoenix16. That's NIGHTPHOENX16. And you can email me at BennyG@GenGame.net for all your fun Hyrule stuff, because nobody else cares about anything else I do.
George, where can people find you online? Are you working on anything?
People can find me on Twitter at George Pekar, GeorgePekar. You can email me. Hey, some people don't know how to spell my last name. And you can email me, obviously, at george@gengame.net. If you have any questions, I run a show 3 days a week called The League. I also help out sometimes on weekends, and I'm going to be streaming some other random stuff sometime soon. Maybe I'll stream some SSX if I can't ever get my my shuttle working. So you'll see me on there. On them internets. Twitch.tv/GenGame if you did not know.
Alrighty, and of course you could find me online at GenGame, also on Twitter, twitter.com/themags. I stream here on GenGame sometimes. I do the podcast and maybe a few extra shows here and there. But also I'm over at twitch.tv/Zelda Dungeon. But your best bet's to follow me on Twitter, because that's where I announce everything. Yeah, I think that's it. I think we made it, folks.
Woo!
We got back.
Hey.
Next week we got video again with the Core i7 2600K.
Nice. Let's do
I'm
it.
so looking forward to that.
Have you named it yet?
It's I think I called it the I forget what, no, I have to rename it still because I have to reinstall Windows. So a name will be incoming soon. But that's gonna do it for the Gen Gamecast for Tuesday, February 20th, 2011. Say bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Later.
And perfect timing on the music.
Yeah, right? That was solid.
I didn't hear the music.
It was good.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did you hear the music, George?
I did hear the music.
All right.
I didn't. So
It was low, but I heard it.
Yeah, well, I'm only sending you 5% of the audio coming out of that channel because Riggs is like, oh, it's too loud, I can't hear you guys. So
Yeah.
I just lowered the output. So
Okay.
so Riggs probably didn't get any of the music,
That's okay.
but
he cut out in the middle of one of our bits too. So at least once.
I think I've got the audio here though. Let me see, info. Oh, that's about a gig of audio.
Nice.
Let's go ahead and compress that down. But that's it. I think.
I feel like our bit on the bucket thing could have been small news instead of big news.
I still think it was big though because that's a company really making a good move, and I really applaud them for that.
Mm.
So I'm going to turn my webcam on because I can.
Okay. Trevor's live.
I have a webcam, and I'm streaming at 20 frames per second.
Ooh, what a baddie.
Actually, it's fluctuating from like 20 to 25. And now it's at 25. So what I will do is I will show you what I've been working on. There's my computer back there. With an Optua cooler installed. And the hard drive's in place. Being ready to reinstall Windows.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, remember, there's
The
delay.
thing, like the video froze on me.
Oh.
Wah.
Whatchamacallit? I really want to get this working. I want to stream SSX.
So shave your freaking
This is because I want to play SSX right now.
Alrighty.
Okay.
If you guys
I'll
are
stream
not
it,
following the
even though
channel,
server's gonna
follow
go
the
down at,
channel.
like, 2.
Do it now.
They're
Follow the
patching
channel.
tonight?
They should be patching tonight. Hey, Trevor.
I didn't patch last night.
I know,
I woke
it
up this morning. I'm like, what? No patch?
Yeah, no.
Oh, here we go. A few more patch notes. Reading.
All right. That's going to do it.
Only lost viewers. We saw Trevor's face.
Yeah, they saw my face like, no.
That's really funny, actually.
Yeah, in a little bit, I'm gonna probably go over to my personal channel in a sec. Not right now.
All right.
What?
So that's going to do it for
I'm only
the
working on getting the
podcast.
layout for Hyrocraft.
And we will see you
Okay.
next time. We're
Over
going
with that,
offline now.
Gotcha. Cool. Sounds like a plan.
No. No. You guys can hear me.